Welcome back to the Total Quality Management Training Series by All Things Quality. In this chapter, we're focusing on auditing, a vital tool in maintaining the health of a quality management system. Auditing ensures that what we planned is actually being done and that what we're doing is achieving the results we want. Today we'll cover the three types of audits used in TQM: internal audits, external audits, and layered audits. More importantly, we'll explore how these audits support continuous improvement and the long-term integrity of your QMS. Auditing is not just about compliance, it's about learning. A well-run audit gives you insight into what's working, what's not, and where opportunities for improvement lie. For companies that have never performed an audit before, think of it as a structured way to take a snapshot of your operations. You are checking whether the tasks being done match your documented procedures or expectations. If you don't yet have formal procedures, audits are a great first step to building them. In the context of total quality management, auditing plays a central role in the following: ensuring alignment with procedures and standards, identifying systemic issues and process gaps, supporting data-driven decisions for improvement, and building trust with customers, regulators, and internal stakeholders. Auditing is like a health checkup for your QMS. If you're not auditing regularly, you're flying blind. It helps ensure that you don't find out something is broken only after it affects the customer. Internal audits are audits conducted by members of your own organization to verify that operations are aligned with internal procedures and external requirements like ISO 9001 or AS 9100. If your company is just starting out, internal audits can begin quite simply. Choose one area, like shipping or purchasing, and compare what is supposed to happen to what is actually happening. This can be done with a checklist, an interview, and some document review. Ensure the following are part of your audit program. Planned and scheduled based on risk and process importance. Conducted by trained internal auditors, ideally independent of the area being audited. Findings can include non-conformities, opportunities for improvement, or lack of documentation to describe the processes. Ensuring that these characteristics are present will support TQM in the following ways: reinforces the process approach and standard work, provides early warning of non-compliance, empowers employees to understand their impact on quality. Here's a pro tip. Use internal audits as a learning tool, not a punishment mechanism. It's about improving the system, not blaming people. Even in small businesses, auditing can be a helpful conversation, rather than a formal inspection. A well-planned audit schedule ensures that all processes are reviewed consistently, and that high-risk areas are prioritized. Here's how to build your internal audit schedule. 1. List all core processes within your business. Include departments like production, purchasing, shipping, quality control, and customer service. 2. Assign audit frequency based on process risk and complexity. For example, production may be audited quarterly while HR may only need to be reviewed annually. 3. Create a calendar or audit plan that lays out what will be audited each month, quarter, or year. 4. Assign responsible auditors to each area. If possible, auditors should not audit their own departments. And 5. Communicate the plan with department heads so they know when audits are coming and can prepare. Here's a pro tip. If you're just starting, begin with quarterly audits for 2 to 3 departments and expand from there. Consistency is more important than volume. Performing an audit involves several steps, each designed to uncover useful information about how your processes are working. First, preparation. Review the procedure or standard the process is supposed to follow and develop a checklist of what to look for. Next, the opening meeting. Meet with the process owner, let them know what you're auditing and why, and clarify that this is about improvement, not discipline. Then, audit activity. Observe the process in action, ask questions, review records, and verify that what's written in the procedure matches what's being done. After that, record your findings. Document anything that doesn't meet the standard known as non-conformities, as well as any strengths or best practices. Moving on, the closing meeting, share your findings with the process owner, be constructive, and offer clear examples. Finally, the audit report. Summarize the audit results, including observations, nonconformities, and improvement suggestions, and submit to management and the quality team. Here's a pro tip: always remain objective, respectful, and focused on the process, not the person. External audits are performed by outside organizations, such as certification bodies, customers, or regulatory agencies. There are different types of external audits, including certification audits for ISO 9001, AS 9100, or IATF 16949, customer audits to evaluate suppliers, and regulatory audits in industries like food and healthcare. If your business is new to external audits, the process can seem intimidating. The auditor will ask for documented processes, records of training, and evidence that you are doing what your procedures say. Preparation begins with reviewing your own procedures and performing mock audits. How does this support TQM? It validates the integrity of your QMS to third parties, builds credibility and competitive advantage, and encourages cross-functional preparedness and documentation accuracy. As a best practice, treat every external audit as a chance to showcase your culture of quality. Be transparent, open to feedback, and proactive about resolving issues. Layered audits are conducted at multiple organizational levels: team leaders, supervisors, managers, and executives. These audits often focus on daily or weekly checks of standardized processes. For a company starting from scratch, layered audits may begin with team leaders checking that procedures are followed at the workstations. A checklist might include things like, is the right label on the product? Is the correct tool being used? The purpose of these audits is to verify that standard work is followed consistently, reinforce accountability at every level, and identify small issues before they become major problems. How does this support TQM? It drives employee involvement by making quality everyone's responsibility, encourages coaching and mentoring from leadership, and creates a feedback loop for real-time improvement. Here's a pro tip: layered audits should be quick, routine, and action-oriented. Think of them as the frontline defense of your QMS. A simple 10-minute walkthrough checklist can uncover real improvement opportunities. Here's how effective auditing links directly to the TQM principle of continuous improvement. Findings feed into the PDCA cycle: plan, do, check, act. Each audit finding is an opportunity to revisit plans, assess results, and adjust. Root cause analysis and corrective actions address audit non-conformities. This ensures you fix the real issue, not just the symptom. Trend analysis of audit data helps spot systemic issues. For example, if 3 departments are all struggling with late deliveries, there may be a supply chain issue. Audit follow-up ensures that problems are actually solved, not just noted. Schedule a follow-up audit or review to see if corrective actions worked. Remember, an audit without follow-up is just paperwork. Improvement comes from action. To make auditing a driver of quality, not a burden, follow these best practices. Train auditors well. Audit skills matter. Teach objectivity, questioning, and documentation. For new teams, start with short workshops or peer-led training. Audit to add value. Look for gaps and strengths, not just rule-breaking. Ask, how can this process be easier, safer, or more effective? Involve leadership. Leaders who participate in audits send a strong cultural signal that quality matters to everyone. Celebrate improvements. Recognize departments or teams that act on audit findings. This builds morale and reinforces positive behavior. Keep it simple, especially for small or new teams. Focus on clarity and communication. A one-page checklist is better than a 20-page audit nobody reads. Auditing isn't just a checkbox activity. Done well, it becomes a cornerstone of your TQM journey. It creates visibility, accountability, and momentum for improvement. To recap, auditing is an essential pillar of total quality management. Whether it's internal, external, or layered, audits provide visibility into your operations and help ensure that processes are being followed, improved, and aligned with customer expectations. Internal audits let you assess your own performance and uncover hidden issues. External audits validate your quality system to the outside world. Layered audits reinforce daily discipline and leadership involvement, and when done consistently and constructively, all of them drive the continuous improvement that TQM is built upon. If your organization is just beginning its audit journey, start small and focus on building good habits. Use audits not to punish but to learn, not to catch people off guard but to grow stronger together. Check out our other training videos in this series where we continue to delve deeper into the 6 pillars of total quality management, as well as tools, benefits, and how to implement TQM in your organization. Thank you for joining, and don't forget to subscribe for new videos from All Things Quality.